Wow. Vlogary, day 3, for the day of April 25th, 2013. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this. I like cutting. So today, I'm staring at something that I like a lot. Guess what it is? Sushi. Oh, I'm gonna move the camera so you guys can see. Okay, look at the sushi. Oh my gosh. I get it from this place called Sakura. Although I always pronounce it Sakura because I'm so bad at pronouncing Sakura. Because I don't speak Japanese, or I'm not natively Japanese, or very much Asian for that sort, other than like Eastern Asian nationality, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's not a nationality, that's an ethnicity. I don't know things. Don't expect me to know things. Nah. So, not much happened today. Earlier on in the day, I was able to get a certain amount of sleep. Let's see. Did I have any homework or anything to do? I finished. I rushed through my second period just to finish up my Spanish homework from last night. um, Spanish is a stressful class, my Spanish class, because of my teacher. But I'm not going to get into that. Main things that happened today. At the end of eighth period, during eighth period, we learned about Japan. We started learning about Imperial Japan, and well, by the way, it's world history. And I felt really happy because I always paid attention to Japan because I always kind of enjoyed anime, even though I'm kind of morally against a lot of the themes that are presented in anime. But I like anime, so it's weird. So I like some anime that are actually really good morally, like really morally attuned, and I absolutely hate some others. Like absolutely cannot stand, like I would never watch in a million years. Unless under like extreme circumstances. But so I always like Japan. And my teacher, my student teacher, we have a student teacher right now from, I'm not gonna say the town because there could actually be crazy people. I don't know, I'm scared. I'm just not sure I want to go to that extent right now. Because I deal with philosophy, and certain people could get angry at me in the future, and they could find. So I'm just not going to mention location. But student teacher, she's the cutest person I freaking know. She's like 25. I'm not going to say her name, but she's the quirkiest person ever. And oh my gosh, she's such a fun teacher. She makes me want to learn history. Like, I hate history. I hate its guts. And I like the morals behind it, but I still hate its guts because it's taught in such a boring way. But she's just such a fun person that I just like it. And anyway, she's talking about Japan today, so I'm like, oh my god! And I always paid attention to Japan because of anime. And because of that, I know things about Japan. So knowing things is helpful for a history class, isn't it? Don't you think? Yeah. So I felt kind of nice doing things in Japan. Oh yeah, by the way, she spoke Japanese because she went there for 2 years. I like flipped. I flipped everywhere. I was like, whoa, I did backflips and front flips all over the place. It was great. Not actually, but there was, oh my gosh, she spoke authentic, like with an authentic accent. It was awesome. Okay. After school, what happened was, my friends and I played Civ 5 again, only I got raped by barbarians. There were 2 barbarian encampments. I got, just so you know, Civ 5 is, let's just say, two things that make people that kill me. There were 2 things that make people that kill me, and 2 people that kill me were sent at the same time, followed by 1 person who kills me from a distance. So like 2 tanks and 1 DPS were sent at my main town, and my warriors were out killing people at that time. Well, my 1 warrior was out killing people at that time. So I was completely undefended, and they ended up stealing my soldiers, and it was just stressful. And it kind of dragged down my gaming experience, or my playing experience, and I was like really stressed out and bored today. And I think I accidentally stressed out I tried to be peppy about it and quirky, so as to not make my friends depressed about it. But he got disappointed because I was try-harding, which I was. I'm not gonna lie, but I was try-harding because I didn't want to die. And anyway, so as a result, I knew I was doing it, but I was trying to reduce it as much as I could. I guess what I should have done in retrospect, I didn't think about it at the time, so I'm sorry if you watch this video, but I didn't think about it at the time. I'm sorry. I didn't think to not talk about it. I should have, basically what I should have done is just not talk about it or made jokes about it, about how much I suck. But instead, I was just like, I'm getting raped. Ah, this sucks. And then I brought down his day. And I think as a result, I stressed him out, which was unfortunate. When we almost always walk to his house. So now he knows who he is, if he's watching this video. We always walk to his house. And by the way, he's a very nice person. But I think I stressed him out like a lot because he told me he's been through a similar experience in Civ, and I kind of just laughed at him before. But it was a joking laugh, but he interpreted it in like, I guess joking laughs are mean. I don't know. Whenever we joke with each other in the lab, computer lab by the way, I never care whatever they have to say. I always just let it breeze by. And I guess we just act differently, and he doesn't. So I don't know. I don't know if it's true. I apologize if I'm insulting you in any way. I really do. I think it drove him to be less happy towards me, and I think he was able to talk about something that he doesn't like about me, which was not doesn't like about me. He was very polite about it. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I could tell there was tension, and I stupidly didn't talk about it, and I stupidly didn't stop the conversation and say, okay, we probably shouldn't talk about this because I feel like we're too tense. Instead, I went with the conversation, and I feel like there's still tension. Because I went with it because I was really interested by what we were talking about, which was my future job and stuff like that, and like what I think I'll be able to accomplish. Because I'm interested in Java and I'm interested in video game design, but I'm not sure if that's actually going to be something I'm going to be able to do in the future, and it's a very risky process for me. Mainly because right now in Java I was having a tough time, and I've been picking it up, but it's still kind of tough. Luckily, though, coding becomes a sort of creative element to computer sciences as you get into video game production. So that's what I'm hoping for, because usually in creative assessments, I'm actually really good, and I think very critically. It's just comprehension that destroys how good I am at things. I'm talking too much about this. Basically, it was like a very passive-aggressive talk about my future, I guess, and there was a lot of tension, and I think I want to resolve that later. It happens sometimes between us, which bad times. So yeah, that's not a good thing, not at all. Other than that, I'm struggling with my parents. I don't think I should talk about this in this vloggery. My parents are being annoying, and one of them is being very untruthful right now. Of course, I'm not sure if that's true. I take that back. I think, based off of what one of them has said, the other one is not being very truthful right now. And it's like bad. Because yesterday I told one of my parents about the prom thing that I told you guys about in the last vlog, and bad. She basically justified lying to make people by making people feel better with the lies. So it's just bad times, and I need to tell her to be truthful. I could get into the whole lying thing later, but I'm not going to do that right now. Anyway, so that's all for now. I have sushi, so I'm going to be happy for the next 15 minutes or something. This vlog is dragging on, so I'm just going to finish it up. All right, thanks for watching. Good. Buys of goodness.